Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the number one source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter. Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter, and welcome to Goldilocks Global Banking News. I am your host. Fine folks, I hope you enjoyed your Christmas. I hope that you will enjoy a beautiful new year that is coming. And it's going to be a beautiful new year that is coming for a lot of us. What Goldilocks is sharing today, when you think of Iraq, think of gold and silver. When you think of the RVGCR and what's going to back our currencies, think of gold, think of silver. What Goldilocks is sharing today is Iraq, gold, and silver. Let's jump right into what Goldilocks is sharing today, my beautiful people. For those who've been following Goldilocks for a while, you probably remember that Goldilocks shared several months ago how Iraq has licensed more and more banks within Iraq, licensed them to a new category called Category A. It is the highest classification for any bank to be able to exchange foreign currency. Several banks within Iraq, they granted those licenses to. Now Iraq has granted another bank in Iraq, Category A, new classification, which is the highest tier of foreign currency exchange. Why are these banks now in Iraq all of a sudden getting the highest tier of license to exchange foreign currency? It's never been done before. On December the 29th, which was yesterday, the Central Bank of Iraq granted a Category A license, which is the highest tier of foreign currency exchange. The license number is registration number 111, very powerful angel number 111. And the CBI authorized this bank to operate private shareholding money exchange. Category A, folks, is the highest tier for foreign currency exchange. And specifically in Iraq, typically to require substantial capital. A bank just doesn't open up today and then tomorrow they have a license to exchange large amounts of foreign currency. Their banks go through a very rigorous process, a lot of red tape, in order to get this classification. This classification of this private bank, this foreign currency exchange bank, named ARITA, it allows them to have broader operations such as large-scale foreign currency trading and transfers. This license reflects the CBI's stringent compliance standards aimed at curbing money laundering and ensuring financial transparency in Iraq. This is yet more ways that Iraq is strengthening the foundation of the Iraqi dinar in order for it to revalue. What is the foundation? The banking system. Where is it? Iraq. So providing these licenses, granting these licenses to certain banks who have passed, when I think of a term, I think of an old political term I used to hear. They passed the muster test. Yes. These banks that are obtaining Category A license for large amounts of foreign currency exchange, they've passed the muster test. This move supports Iraq's ongoing financial reforms, including tighter regulation of the U.S. dollar, electronic payments, and exchange markets. See, by expanding licensed entities like this next bank that they've licensed, Al Rita, it's a diversified group active in financial services. It enhances competition within Iraq, stabilizes the Iraqi dinar, and promotes formal channels for remittances and trade. This is directly from the CBI. They continue by stating this contributes to economic stability in the Iraqi dinar. It reduces the illegal black market activity of the Iraqi dinar that has continuously over the years to depreciate the value and the rate of the dinar. This also, by this classification, it allows Iraq for greater integration with global finance amid lower inflation and high rising reserves in Iraq's banking system. This is directly from the CBI. Now remember, I mentioned how Goldilocks has shown, because of the commodities, gold, silver, and other commodities that will back our currencies in the new banking system for the global currency reset. Have you noticed what has just happened to silver? Did silver not just double? Not double Dutch, double in value. Goldilocks has been saying, pay attention to silver for quite some time. We've been sharing this with our members and people for quite some time. Silver and gold. As these commodities continue to rise in value, gold, silver, and other commodities, the rising tide raises all ships. As these rates on these precious metals rise, they will eventually bring up the rates of foreign currencies. Basel III, ladies and gentlemen, which is the gold backing of all currencies in all banks around the world. It goes into full effect in just a few days, January 2026. Goldilocks is sharing is that as of late 2025, evidence points to a growing decoupling, meaning a separation between paper silver and physical silver. This is a breakup, but don't think of it as a bad breakup between paper silver and physical silver. It's an acrimonious split. It's beneficial for the both. It's time for silver to begin to take off on its own. There are key indicators that include persistent physical premiums of gold in Shanghai, and the impact on global currencies. Yes, on the dong, the dinar, whatever currency you may hold. The impact will be a sustained separation that could accelerate the flight from fiat currencies that are, of course, fiat, meaning backed by nada, toward hard assets like silver, amplifying high global debt and rates. This reinforces precious metals as hedges against inflation and the weakening of the dollar. I wonder if anyone has heard anything about the importance of the dollar weakening so that foreign currencies can get stronger. There are indicators, Goldilocks is stating, on currency diversification that is aligned to gold-backed currencies. Goldilocks shared articles and broader trends that highlight a robust diversification of gold reserves in central banks around the world. What banks govern the foreign currencies that everyone holds? The central banks. The community banks? No. The central banks. The credit unions? No. The central banks. The private banks? No. The central banks. Why diversification in the gold reserves is occurring? Goldilocks is stating is the rise in global debt. See, think of the gold reserves, folks, as a safe haven. A safe room where if a bomb, a natural disaster, or anything hits, someone comes into try to break in your house and attack you, your safe room is a safe place to protect you from harm. These banks are finding they know the safest place for all foreign currencies is a safe haven, gold. See, and it's many of the emerging market economies are boosting their gold more than ever before. Why there is no need for anything other than this? Because central banks are looking to protect their currencies. The currencies that many of us hold. So as these banks protect their currencies, it's a way also, folks, for the foreign currencies that we hold to be protected. I know that many of you may not care. You just want to show me the rate, show me the date. Does anyone know that? The date and the rate? Does anyone have a crystal ball? Does anyone know I dream of Jeannie? Does anyone know how Forex really works? There are fundamentals that can give an idea, plus minus rates being moved up. The fundamentals exist. We see it. This is why Goldilocks has shown in writing from the IMF that rates will float. That is from the IMF, the International Monetary Fund. There are 4 major agencies that are responsible for the RVGCR. The IMF is one of them. The World Bank, the U.S. Treasury, and the Bank of International Settlements. In summary, folks, gold strengthens reserves and counters economic shocks to currencies. And as we see how Silver has reached its all-time high. Gold has reached its all-time high. As we shift into a new year, we will continuously see more shifts in precious metals and paper currencies. You have to realize, folks, that the RV is not a convoluted, confusing situation. It's calculated. What I mean by that is it's a global undertaking that has taken many years, many people, new technology to all synchronize. The new digital banking system actually enables the synchronization of all the banks around the world. This is why ISO 20022, where all banks around the world had to become compliant, and it was mandatory, and they all are now compliant. That compliance of ISO 222 enables the physical conversion of our currencies from one rate to the other, from one currency to the other, instantaneously. It is the physical assets, gold, silver, and other commodities that enable the strength and stability behind our currencies to convert into their new values and rates with strength and stability behind them. The new year coming up is going to be probably the best year for many people. If you are prepared, you have a plan, you will not miss the opportunity. And the opportunity will be greater for you if you're prepared than if you're not. Many of you who've been following us, you know what I am talking about. As we go into the new year, you will continuously hear nothing but calm, straightforward, factual, with proof to back it up, information. And you can choose to do with it what you may want. You will not hear noise. You will hear the straight truth. And you can take it, chew on it, swallow it, or throw it away. We're going to love you just the same. Be well, folks. Ciao.
Hello, beautiful people. This is Freedom Fighter. Thank you for tuning into our channel, Goldilocks Global Banking News. Everybody knows that Goldilocks is the #1 source for the RVGCR. People from around the world tune in to see what Goldilocks is sharing on the RVGCR. Don't miss your chance and get your latest updates every day. So like, share, and subscribe to this channel to get your daily podcast from the Goldilocks articles on the RVGCR. Brought to you by Freedom Fighter.